Hello everyone, this is Andre with Asetek. I am the CEO and the founder, and today I'm going to release some really exciting stuff. Those of you who follow us will know that when we entered this market, we really wanted to improve the user experience, the ease of use, and first and foremost, the real racing heritage and the real racing feel that you would get on a track. So we would try to get as close as possible. I believe we have done so with our product lines, La Prima, Forte, and of course the top of the line, Invicta. But what I also promised was that we would release products that would not break the bank, still be affordable, still have the great feel and touch and the performance of real racing. And that is actually what I'm going to talk to you about today. Let's dive into it. We are launching a brand new product series. It's called Initium because it means entry, in this case entry to our ecosystem. And let's start with the pedals. Those of you who know us would recognize this. This is a set of La Prima pedals. They look pretty much like all our other pedals. And of course, this is made in die-cast aluminum. So there's no way we could make this for an entry-level product. So what we've done instead is that we have used some exotic materials. This is a composite material that's actually used in the automotive industry. They actually use it for making pedals. You can actually buy real cars on the street today where pedals are made in this material. So that's what we have done. And as you can see, it looks very much like the design you know from our higher end product ranges. What's exciting about these pedals, there's actually many exciting things about them. Let's start with what you can see now. Where they are positioned now, the pedals are positioned now is what we call floor mode. And the reason we call it that is that they are laid back. And that's because when you place them on the floor, you actually need to press down as much as you press this direction, because elsewise they would just slide across the floor, although we have pretty beefy rubber inserts. And this is much more comfortable when you're in your couch or at your glass table or something like that. So it's very easy. But at the same time, I also promised this race feeling. So if you mount it in a rig, we can just look over here in the rig. There you have the opportunity to press really hard. And if you want to, again, mimic the race car feeling, in a race car, the pedals are vertical. You can actually do this with this pedal set as well. All you do is you loosen these two screws, take off this bracket, then you turn this plastic bracket 180 degrees. You can actually see there's a picture of a couch and here's a picture of a rig or a cockpit. And if you turn that around, the pedal arm will actually rise to almost 90 degrees, and then you have the pedal set in a cockpit mode. So with these pedals, you have the opportunity to both do relaxing, everyday racing, gaming in your couch, but you also have the opportunity to mount it in a cockpit and actually get the real race feeling. And when you mount it in a cockpit, to make sure the travel doesn't get excessive, you just slide over this orange thing here, and then you'll get a stop that is purposely made for the cockpit mode. We also have the brake cylinder here, and I would say what we have here is a compromise between how a race car pedal feels and also something an 8-year-old kid can use at home. Here's the wheelbase. Still solid quality, made out of extruded aluminum. The quick release that most of you know, or at least those who follow us know, same as always, you just slide the wheel on and you take it off again. So super simple. This wheelbase is 5.5 Newton meter, but it's real 5.5 Newton meter. There is a lot of, let's say, Newton meter numbers sliding around out there, but this actually feels pretty strong. The wheelbase comes with our table clamp kit. You just screw it onto the table, obviously, and then the wheelbase will fit right on. If we look at the steering wheel, very nice rubber, very solid grip, nice ergonomics. A little bit smaller than a typical high-end racing wheel, and the reason for that is that this is much more universal for all kinds of driving. The steering wheel itself have some backlit buttons, really nice. We have the LEDs up here for RPMs, and as you can hear, the shifters are actually low noise. For those of you who don't know us and don't know sim racing too well, you would ask, why is low noise important on a shifter when you're doing motor racing? The reason is a lot of people have their gaming rig in the living room, and I can guarantee you, for the ones who are not participating in the race, the noise from a shifter can be really annoying. So that's why we have paid attention to details like that. Again, those of you who follow us may think that it looks a little bit different. You can probably recognize a gaming controller in here, and that's by no surprise. That's intentional, and the reason is that we will have both PC versions and Xbox compatible versions. They will look the same. One will just have Xbox compatibility and the other one will not. The difference is that the ones that are compatible with the Xbox will have a chip that actually talks to the Xbox itself. The Xbox compatible steering wheels will be launched a little bit later. This particular steering wheel is the PC version, but both the pedals and the wheelbase is actually Xbox compatible. And further down the line, there will be a new wheel like this with the Xbox approval chip built into it, and thereby you will get console and Xbox compatibility with the entire bundle. So the last component in our Initium product line is the rig I have over here. I would say it's a super flexible rig, super affordable, and we really had in mind the flexibility, the possibility to set it up pretty much no matter the body size you have. If you're short or if you are tall like I am, or even taller, this rig will still work for you. This bar here can slide. You obviously have to loosen some screws to do it. So that can slide, meaning that you can position it according to your own leg size or length. The same with this beam here. That can also slide independent of this one. So your torso length and leg length can actually be adjusted independently. This frame here holding the screen and the wheelbase can also tilt both forwards and backwards. On top of that, the screen mount, that is an optional accessory, it can tilt here, so like this. You can also slide it up and down, and you can also tilt it here. So it's really super flexible and very easy. You just loosen 2 screws and then you can slide everything. Same with the wheelbase, it obviously mounts right on, and the same with our other wheelbases. You can just mount them and slide them, get them closer or longer away from you. Right now, it's in a GT position. What does that mean? It means that you have the seat higher than the pedals. But you can actually flip things around, so you have it in Formula position, so that the pedals are higher than the seat, like in a Formula car. Another thing that we have paid attention to is making it as small as possible. Don't be fooled by that it's small and compact. It's rigid enough that you can mount even our Invicta wheelbase or Invicta pedals in it and really slam the brakes, and it will still be up for it. The reason why we made it compact is, of course, to make room for it in even a small space. And that's also why we have mounted wheels on it, because you can flip down the seat here like this, and then if you have chosen to buy the optional seat slider, you can slide the seat all the way forward, and with the wheels you can just lift it up and roll it where you want, or even mount it up against a wall or something like this. It's super easy to do, very compact, affordable, and great ergonomics as well. For our wheelbase and for our pedal sets, there's of course native supports with holes that will align and match right on. But we also understand that there may be other people out there who already bought their wheelbase and pedals who would like to have this great rig. So we have actually made mounting holes for a whole variety of other brands. You can find the list on our website. And the same goes for the pedals that I would say most of the common and well-known pedals out there are already supported from our factory. Even in our low-end product range, we are going to continue this upgradability so you can actually go from something really affordable and end up with our almost highest end equipment. We have these different upgrade packages that you can just buy along the route and as along you go. You can take this off, then you can upgrade, for example, to our ML CPC that's used also in our Forte and La Prima pedals. You bolt this extension on, and then all of a sudden you have a load cell, really high-end brake, but still at a very affordable price point, and it's something that you can upgrade along the way. It's actually possible to go even further. You can also go with our Thorpe 2 hydraulic system. Like before, you slide it in here, mount it here, apply the bolts, do a software upgrade, and then all of a sudden you have a super high-end Invicta system on your, to begin with, very affordable pedal system. So it's a really great upgrade. Along with the brake, we of course also have a clutch upgrade. You basically stick the pedal in here and mount the same two brackets as I showed you before, and then you have a clutch system. There will be stiffer springs included in the package as well that we recommend when you do the more 90-like degrees. You put in the stiffer spring to get a better pedal feel. Along with the clutch, it's actually also possible to do the clutch upgrade. So again, you will get the high-end clutch feeling that you know from our other pedal sets. Finally, you can also do it with the throttle. So as you can see, you begin with a very affordable pedal set, and then as you progress, you can actually upgrade to have the, in my opinion, some of the highest end pedals on the market. Of course, it's not active or anything like that, but it is actually hydraulic, and you get this really pivotal clutch feeling with the bite point as well. And mounting this again is actually pretty simple. You just click it in like that, and then you have the original brake again. And even for the wheelbase, we have an upgrade. You put in this beefier power supply instead of the one it ships with, and all of a sudden you have 8 Newton meter instead of 5.5. So as you can see, there are plenty upgrade opportunities. Some of you may ask, why don't you just apply all of this from the beginning? Well, the reason is that we want it to be affordable to get into our ecosystem. And that is the whole idea with this product line, that this is, let's call it the lowest end of our portfolio. Still great value for money, made here in-house by our own engineers. Everything is designed in-house. So in addition to the Initium line, we have decided also to release a seat. I would say it's a combination between a gaming chair and a real racing seat. The reason I say that is you can actually recline the back, which you cannot do in a race car, but this way it's much more comfortable. It's really nice, it has a good ergonomics, and like always with our products, I would say it's affordable. If you already have a cockpit or a racing rig at home, it will fit the most standard ones. In addition to third-party rigs, it will of course also support our own Initium cockpit, and it can be mounted just as it is with no further expense, or you can choose to do the sliding option as well. If you're the only one in the rig, it's probably okay to just mount it where you think it should be mounted. There are different holes to pick from. But of course, if you have several persons using the rig, it is nice to have the sliding feature. So in the Nordics, the Initium product line will be sold exclusively in Elgiganten in Denmark, Elkjøp in Norway and Sweden, and then Giganti in Finland. And they will have pretty much everything I just showed you. The availability for these products will be sold in larger retail chains around the world. And of course, as always, you can also buy it direct from our own website. You will be able to buy everything you've seen here as components, but you will also be able to buy it as an affordable bundle where obviously the pedals, the wheelbase, the mount and the steering wheel will come in one shipment, and then it's actually ready to race, and it's super simple and plug and play. Again, for those who know us and know our software, of course, this is RaceHub compatible as well. So, just to sum everything up that I've talked about today, I have shown you 4-5 different products: pedals, steering wheel, wheelbase, rig, and seats. On top of that, I have shown you all the upgrades. In my opinion, this is the most flexible and most upgradable product line on the market, where you can start with something really affordable, perhaps not as affordable as the ODM solutions from China, where you just slap a branded sticker on. But in my opinion, super affordable, super high quality. You get the real racing feeling, and it's just plug and play. It's so easy to use. You just slide on the wheel, mount it to your table, apply the pedals, and off you go. So with this being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Asetek. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all the hard work we put in when you guys like it or do not like it. Yeah, have a good one.